Hi, so this is the Dorman report, and unfortunately, I'm obligated to be here again to talk about the mass shooting we had yesterday in Highland Park, Illinois, a place I've been, which is, it's an incredibly wealthy neighborhood with beautiful homes. This is not where you would expect something like this would happen, but yet it happened. Now, I did a piece about this a few weeks ago where I told you that the Second Amendment was created for the number one reason so people could eat, because people were not allowed to have guns in Europe. This nonsense about to fight a war, to take down the government. Sure, those were reasons way, way down on the list. The founding fathers did not expect to go to war so quickly. They did not expect an invasion, but they wanted their people armed to be able to hunt or protect their crops. All right? Let's review this again. Over 200 years ago, when the Second Amendment was created, you used a musket or a pistol type musket. Even an expert who could hit a target at 100 yards could only load and fire this weapon twice a minute. It took 30 seconds to shoot, put the powder in, put the ball in, be ready to reload, finish reloading, and aim and fire again. Even an expert took a minute. If you missed your shot, you had to wait till the animal came back in range or was scared off and you had to wait for him to come back. If you were actually shooting at a robber or somebody, well, now your weapon has turned into a club, because that's what you're going to be using. Because if he's running at you, you're not going to reload again. And if he has a knife, it's a knife versus a club. Okay? But this was 200 years ago. The founding fathers did not comprehend a weapon which could fire 300, 600, even 1,000 rounds a minute. And all this junk, all this lies that the politicians and the militias and the extreme right wingers are giving you about the Second Amendment is all made up stuff. Nobody wanted us to be armed to take down the government the next day. Nobody expected an invasion, although there was one in 1812. So another reason, probably the second reason on the list, was so if, in the event of war, people were armed and could come together to form the army, i.e., the militia. The militia. Back then, the word militia meant something different than it does today. It meant what the founding fathers said, and that was basically your local townships coming together and forming their local militias for the army, and them coming together to form a real army. I'm so sorry I had to do this again today. 7 dead is it right now? 8. I just checked the news. 26, 27 people injured. For what? For what? For a kid who, and it was so obvious he was mentally ill. Anybody who read his posts knew this kid needed treatment and guidance. Okay? The police came to his home and took away his knives, so he went out and bought two military-style weapons. People, what are we doing? We literally have to ban assault weapons to everyone except maybe police officers, emergency workers. The founding fathers did not approve military assault weapons that could mow down 30 people in a minute. They approved muskets, which, if you were lucky, you had one shot at a deer or a rabbit or someone who was going to attack you, and that was it. The founding fathers did not pass a Second Amendment based on wholesale killing. You understand? This is wholesale killing. The founding fathers wanted you to be able to shoot a deer and feed your family, or shoot varmints to protect your crops, keep your home safe from a bear, a mountain lion, or a robber. That was the intent of the Second Amendment. If you don't believe me, go do a lot of reading on it. You'll find it. All right? 200 years ago, the founders had an idea for the Second Amendment so people could eat, be safe. They did not include the Second Amendment in the Constitution to mow down 30 people in a minute. Thank you very much. Please become a patron for $1 or $2. Please click and like on YouTube. Subscribe. Subscribing costs you nothing. Okay, you'll get 1 or 2 emails a week. Put them in your junk folder. I don't care. But here at the Dorman Report, I feel I have very short videos, generally under 4 minutes. Sometimes they're 8 or 9 minutes, where you will learn something you might have not known before, such as the Second Amendment was intended for people to eat because only royalty and the rich were allowed to have guns in Europe, and therefore they control the food supply. You got it? Research it. Okay? If I'm wrong, come and tell me. Leave a comment. Thank you very much.